All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Akakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting the good fight of faith in truth and sincerity and wholeheartedly. And shalom to the Aqua, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. And, the world is supposed to see a difference. The world is not supposed to look at you and be like, there's no difference between him and people in the world. So you're supposed to walk a certain way, and people are supposed to look at you and be like, yeah, I may not like what he's saying, but it's something different about him. This video is inspired by, when I watch other Israelites, I really don't see no difference. I really don't. They look like ninjas who just know a couple of scriptures. And I'm just talking about like the way they carry themselves, the way they talk. Now, we all have our flaws. Ain't none of us perfect. But I'm just talking about when you carrying sticks to camp, guns, you got a snapback on, and then I'm talking about Sicario, of course. But then you got the Barney crew, the purple, fresh lineup. You don't look no different from anybody in the world. You just a man, fresh lineup, and the scripture said, marring at the corner of your beards and things like that. And don't mar the round of your head. Mar means to destroy. So when you look at these people, that's why they get a lot of following, because they like, okay, you understand, which is sad. You got people that will not come into the truth because they got to let their beard grow. They got to just let it be. So you got people who, look like the next person in the world, but he just got a garment on. Then you got people with snapbacks on, prophesying with sticks on their hip. If you don't know what sticks is, that's a gun, particularly an AK-47. All right, but it could be a handgun too. Slang change every day with Jake. But anyway, let me get to the scripture. Say, be ye not unequally yoked with unbelievers, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness, and what concord have Hamashiach with Belial, or what part have he that believeth with the infidel? Because even though they might go on the highways and byways and they prophesy, they don't believe because they don't follow the script. It's a doctrine that you have to follow. And the Lord set up men already who's obviously the men of the Lord, but people just want to do their own thing. So just because you go on the highways and byways and preach, one group don't even use the name. The one who like to wear fitted hats while they prophesy, when the scripture said don't have your head covered when you're praying or prophesied, 1 Corinthians 11. And they use the name though. They got guns on their hips, but they use the name. And that's where Matthew 7:21 come. Just because they say, Lord, Lord, should not enter to the kingdom of heaven. So it's supposed to be a separation. You're supposed to be able to see it. So, and then on the other side of the spectrum on this scripture, 15 I'm talking about, and what concord have Hamashiach with Belial, or what part have he that believe with the infidel? Because Belial, going into Baal, which Romans 11:4 said, I have reserved 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to, Baal. But if you want to just summarize, I don't give a damn if it's Nimrod, Osiris, Tammuz, Seti, Ra, Amon, not Amon, Amun-Ra. You know, all these gods. If you want to just quantify it, it's just Satan. That's it. They're idols and they're associated with demons. That's it. You know, you don't even got to be particular with it. So you have people, if people don't have the same mindset as you, Jesus, oh, I forgot about that demon. Jesus, that's the number one demon that got a stronghold on our people. But if they ain't on the same accord with you, as the scripture said, can two walk together lest they be agreed? Why are you fellowshipping with them? Now we live in the world, and Yahushua prayed in John 17. He said, I pray that you take them not. Matter of fact, is that 17? I'm gonna try 15. Yep. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world, but that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. So we have to be in the world, but you have to walk in a certain way. You have to walk in a certain way in this world. The scripture said, you know, be at peace with all men impossible. So that don't mean that you see a Christian that you treat them all hostile, but you shouldn't be fellowshipping with them. It really should be a high and by conversation. Now, if you got family that's a Christian, you know, a person that you grew up with, knew your whole life, it just shouldn't be no spiritual talk at all. And when they start getting into their shenanigans, you know, like you know, maybe you go visit them or something and they in there eating pork chops and smoking weed and, you know, why are you still there? Now, if they eating pork chops, that's on them. You saying hi, what's up, have a conversation. But then if they start smoking and doing things that you don't do, why are you around? That's all I'm saying. It's like, at the end of the day, people going to do what they want to do. I'm just that kind of person. I don't want to be around it. And guess what? That calls flack. But let's read 16. And I'm pretty much rambling right now, but hopefully y'all understand what I'm saying. Because the closer that we getting to the end, the more you should be separating yourself. Your mindset should be changing. The people around you, you already shouldn't be around people like that anyway. That's not like-minded, but you know, people's situation is different. But it says, 2 Corinthians 6:16, and what agreement have the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power, which means you're going to walk a certain way. You're going to walk in the way that the Lord wants you to. It said, as the Most High have said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they should be my people. Wherefore, come out from among them. See, be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. So this is a total separation. As I say in Sirach 6, talks about take heed to your friends. You got to know what time you're in. That's why in Colossians 4:5, it said, walk in wisdom towards them that are without, letting your speech be seasoned with salt. That's talking about speaking 100% doctrine. Also talking about you got to know how to talk to people. You can't be talking to people any kind of way and expect not to get a reaction. But the point is that people are supposed to look at you and be you know what? Like I said in the beginning, I don't really believe what he's saying, but he's serious about what he's saying and he is different. People should be able to point you out. You should have a countenance about you that's not worldly. And it says, and I will be a father unto you, and ye shall be my sons and daughters, saith the Lord Almighty. See, and look at that. The Lord care about women. You know, sometimes the women, you know, they get a little butthurt because, you know, we get on the women. I don't really, but you know, the elders and other men of the Lord, they get on the women. but it's supposed to happen. The scripture said through you, we all die. And it said Eve was in the transgression. All right. So, oh yeah, in Micah 7:10, it said that she who was my enemy. So yeah, but the Lord cared. A lot of women gonna be saved. A lot of women gonna be saved, you know. But oops. What is that? Philippians? Another scripture, you know. So it says that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of the Most High, without rebuke, in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom ye shine as lights in the world, holding forth the word of life, that I may rejoice in the day of Hamashiach, that I have not run in vain, neither labored in vain. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you supposed to be the light in the midst of a perverse and crooked nation, man. People supposed to look at you and be like, yeah, he different. He different. So, and I'm speaking to myself first. Speaking to myself first. But it's like it's a way that you're supposed to walk. And let me make this clear. When I make videos like this, I shouldn't even have to say I'm talking to myself first. I know I ain't shit. And another thing, whoever do videos and put their hand to the plow, we all, and the people who don't put their hand to the plow, every man, when they make a video, they talking to themselves first. I just had to put that out there. But anyway, so, you know, you're supposed to walk a certain way. Because I'm going to read both versions on this scripture. So it say, verse John 5:19, and we know that we are of the Most High, and the whole world lieth in wickedness. I'm going to read on the other side, and the NLT. We know that we are the children of the Most High, and that the world around us is under the control of the evil one. So everybody got the vibration of Satan and his children, Esau, Edom. Because the scripture said, as the ruler is, so is the people, in Ecclesiasticus 10. So it's supposed to be a separation, man. People supposed to look at you and be like, yeah, he different. And scripture also talks about, you know, being hated. John 15, it talks about, if you were of the world will love his own. But since I chose you out of the world hates you. So if the world loves you, you're not a man of the Lord. And that's why the Lord said he dealing with a remnant. And Ezekiel 11:16 said he dealing with a small sanctuary. So if you are a Hebrew Israelite camp with a lot of people, you're definitely worldly. Because the Lord said that this word is going to offend people. And the scripture, and Yahushua even said, blessed is he whosoever not offended in me. Even if the scripture says something like that, it's always the opposite effect. The Lord said that for a reason. And it's a lot of stumbling blocks, a lot of offense. Matter of fact, I'm going to end it on this scripture. Luke 17:1. Then said he unto the disciples, it is impossible, but that offenses will come, but woe unto him through whom they come. The Lord is telling his disciple this because they're going to walk a certain way. He chose them out of the world, so the world hate them. So why you look like everybody else? Why you groomed? Why you got guns and fitted caps on your head while you prophesying? And I ain't nobody. I'm just speaking as a man. Lord willing, through the Spirit, the Rakak Wadash. Because I'm talking to myself first. But the things that I'm speaking on, I know I don't do it. So, you know, at the end of the day, man, we getting closer to the end, so we got to get better. And we got to continue to keep praying. So, Shalom.